Welcome, everyone. I am joined by the top laner of Winthrop University, Denathor, freshly off of a berth to the quarterfinals after defeating Aporia this last weekend. Denathor, how you doing today?
Good, good. That match was a very fun one against Aporia.
You're a top laner. The most mechanically intensive, matchup important lane. And I want to hear about the champions that you like to play, but also about the champions that your opponents like to play, and maybe how fun, shall we say, they are to play against, how interesting they are to play against. I'm going to ask you about a few champions, and I want you to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, how interesting they are to play against, how interesting the matchup is, regardless of what you're playing. Sound good? Champion number 1, we're going to keep it really simple, all right? The menace of top lane, Cassante.
Honestly, people like they threw this champion way too like overboard in terms of like they just say this champion has everything, it's broken. But every single time I play against it, it's just useless. Mostly because I just play Gwen or something like that into it, and it kind of just mitigates it, does nothing. Then we get late game, my whole team's complaining. They're like, I'm 6 items, this guy's 3 items, he still 1v1s me. It's kind of like a 7 because there's actually a lot of counterplay on both sides of the matchup in most of the matchups you play. Like Gnar, there's a lot of kiting that goes on, and the Cassante can't just run at you, just kill you. It's actually a lot of back and forth. It's a pretty fun matchup.
Okay, Denathor, the second champion. I feel like our rating's about to drop. The new the flavor of the month. It's Udyr.
It's not as bad as like the flavor, like the new flavor that's coming out, but it is pretty bad. I'd probably say like a 3, 4 maybe. This new tank that's everyone's playing, at least like in solo queue, and I think I saw an LEC. Yeah, the Zac champion.
Oh,
it's a bit of a menace right now.
All right, Denathor, I got 2 more for you. All right, first one, it's gonna be the Darius.
That's got to be like a 2. It's not fun for either side of the matchup. I'm trying to think about what matchups I would prefer into them, and the only one that's like actually fun is Jace. And when I get to play Jace into it, it's like a 6 or 7. Then any other champ, it's just not fun. I just don't enjoy playing the game. Make one mistake, he runs you down. With Udyr, he can't just kill you. Like, yeah, he's annoying, he heals, he has everything. He's just a dirty champion, but then there's Darius, so it's like, is it really worse?
Last champion, everyone's favorite top laner. You probably never play against it, but I'm curious. Singed. What's that like? What's the matchup?
I just have to say, if you play Singe, you're just disgusting. Like, I don't understand how you can have fun. Your only way to win the game is to make sure you get behind my turret and don't touch me and don't go near me. The only time they ever win is if I mess up and allow them to get a good proxy, and then they end up just running through. It doesn't happen a lot, but I feel like it's just not a fun way to play the game at all. And then the other way they kill you is if you constantly push into them, and then they like try and do the flash E to their W.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only way they win the game. There's this Singe solo queue player that always invades the tri-bush, and Mobility came. He was like, that guy always invades, tell your team to stack the tri-bush. And then we stacked, and he just ran in as expected, and we all 5 just died. It was Singed. And it was a tragedy.
Oh my goodness.
That's the only bad Singe story I have.
Anything else that you want to say about the upcoming matches, the tournament as a whole, or any shoutouts?
I need to add a champion here.
Oh.
There needs to be a 1. It just has to be Teemo. Play Teemo. There's something wrong with you. Like, there's already something wrong with you since you're playing top lane. But it's just something even worse.
I love it.
It's not okay.
There's already something wrong with you because you're playing top lane. I think a statement that I've only heard other top laners utter, and I love it.
It's just true. Sad truth.
Well, Denathor, thank you so much for joining me for this one, and let's get back to the show.